Christians will argue for hours about theology, worship styles, women's roles in church, but nobody fights for a Sabbath. And it's not because we don't care, it's because honestly, we don't know how to obey it. Sabbath feels confusing, it feels unrealistic, it feels like something for people with perhaps simpler schedules, easier jobs, or fewer responsibilities. So instead of breaking it intentionally, we just quietly let it disappear. But here's the real truth. Christians don't skip Sabbath out of rebellion. We skip it because rest feels unproductive. We live in a culture where the grind never stops. Every single day has a new deadline. Even in ministry, in fact, especially in ministry, rest just doesn't fit. Sundays, not rest. Wednesday night, church, not rest. Every other day, definitely not rest. And when you finally think you can slow down, you feel guilty, you feel lazy, you feel like you're falling behind, and as if the world might collapse if you stop moving. But here's the plot twist nobody preaches. The Sabbath wasn't invented to recover from sin. It was created before sin even existed. Go back to Genesis. God rested on the seventh day, not because he was exhausted, not because he ran out of ideas. He rested to establish a rhythm for the human soul. Rest was God's idea for your life before burnout was ever even possible. So fast forward to Jesus, and people will say, well, he fulfilled the law, so Sabbath doesn't matter anymore. That is incorrect. Jesus fulfilled the legal system, but he didn't delete God's design. He didn't say, I've come so now you don't have to rest again. No, he said, I am your rest. Now live from that place. The New Testament doesn't cancel Sabbath, it deepens it. Hebrews 4 literally says, there remains a Sabbath, rest for the people of God. It remains, which means it's still here, it's still needed, it's still commanded. So the problem isn't that Christians don't care about the Sabbath, it's that we think we can't keep it. We think our lives are too busy, our problems are too big, our jobs are too demanding, our families are too chaotic. But here's what the Sabbath actually exposes. We think everything depends on us. Work may reward us in an immediate manner, but rest will reward us spiritually. Work gives us progress, but rest gives us perspective. Work makes us feel valuable, but rest reminds us that our value isn't based on our work at all. Sabbath isn't hard because you're undisciplined. It's hard because it confronts your idols. Control, productivity, self-reliance, and the need to be needed. Sabbath, though, is not a nap. It's not a self-care day. It's not an optional day to catch up on chores. And it is not optional in general. The Sabbath is a weekly reminder that you are not God. When you rest, you're declaring, my life is held together by God's hands, not by my hustle. So how do you actually keep a Sabbath then in real life? Here's the simplest, most biblical starting point. Pick a day, any day, and commit it to rest. You might have to start with just a few hours and not a whole day. Because after all, this isn't about rules or legalism. It's just about intentional worship-filled rest. If your life feels too busy to just pick a day, then pick a night. A few hours with God is a great place to begin. Number 2, stop doing what drains you during that time. Don't do work, chores, emails, planning, producing, fixing, solving. Nothing that exhausts you. That has to be off limits. Number 3, start what restores you. Scripture, prayer, worship, family, nature, joy, gratitude, slow meals, deep breaths, delight. Start doing that during that time. Number 4, prepare the day before the Sabbath happens so that it's intentional. Plan ahead so your Sabbath isn't filled with guilt or unfinished tasks. Number 5, protect it because everything in culture, even church culture, will try to steal it. God doesn't ask you to rest because you're weak. He asks you to rest because you're human, and humans break when they live like they're God. The Sabbath is not optional. I repeat, it's not optional. It's oxygen. It's spiritual alignment. It's resistance against a world that will never stop. And it might be the most important spiritual discipline that you're not quite practicing yet.